What would you do if the person you love the most is hiding a secret that could destroy everything you believe in? Jonah was the man every woman in the village of Mahale wished they had. At sunrise, he woke up to prepare Leila's tea, sweetened just the way she liked it. He always left a fresh flower by her bedside before heading to the fields. Jonah never raised his voice, not even when the goats wandered into their garden, nor when the rain ruined his harvest. Every evening, as the sun set, he and Leila would sit on their porch, sharing stories and laughter. Jonah played the flute beautifully, and often the hauntingly sweet melodies he played would draw neighbors to their fence just to listen. He carved Leila a rocking chair on their first wedding anniversary, and on the second, he built her a small flower garden. Jonah's love is enough to light up this entire village, the women often said, watching the couple. Jonah had no enemies, only admirers. Even the village elder, a stern and skeptical man, once declared, "If every man were like Jonah, this world would have no tears." Yet, for all their joy, there was one shadow in their marriage, the absence of children. Jonah always reassured Leila that she was his whole world, child or no child. "A home is not built by children but by love," he would whisper when he saw her sadness. Leila believed him, trusted him, and loved him more deeply with each passing day. But behind Jonah's perfect smile and boundless love lay a secret so dark it could unravel the life they had built. It was on a quiet afternoon that Leila stumbled upon the truth. While organizing the old trunk Jonah had brought with him to Mahale, she discovered an envelope hidden under the lining. Curiosity took hold, and as she opened it, her world began to crumble. Inside was a document bearing Jonah's photograph, but it wasn't his name on the paper. It was Jonathan Mbezi. The details that followed sent chills down her spine. A list of crimes, including armed robbery, arson, and gang activity. Leila's hands trembled as she read the words. Prison sentence, 10 years. Her perfect husband had been a criminal. That evening, as Jonah hummed softly while carving a wooden figurine for a child in the village, Leila confronted him. "Who is Jonathan Mbezi?" she asked, holding the paper in her hand. Jonah froze, his knife slipping from his grasp. He looked at her, his face pale and his eyes filled with an emotion Leila had never seen before. Fear. "Leila," he began softly, "where did you find that?" "Answer me," she demanded, her voice trembling. "Is this you? Were you a criminal?" Jonah took a deep breath and nodded. "Yes, it's me, but it's not who I am anymore." He told her everything. Years ago, he had been a gang leader in a distant city, living a life of violence and greed. His turning point came during a botched robbery where innocent lives were lost. Arrested and sentenced to 10 years in prison, Jonah met an elderly pastor who showed him the power of redemption. "That man saved my soul," Jonah said, his voice cracking. "I promised myself I would never go back to that life. That's why I came to Mahale, to start fresh and become a man I could be proud of. A man worthy of you." Leila sat in stunned silence. The man she loved, the man everyone in the village adored, had once been a monster. But as she looked into his tear-filled eyes, she saw the truth. Jonah was not the man he used to be. For days, Leila wrestled with her emotions. Could she forgive Jonah for his past? Could she continue to love him, knowing the truth? Her answer came one evening when she found Jonah sitting outside, his head in his hands. She walked over, knelt beside him, and took his hands in hers. "I won't pretend this isn't hard," she said, "but I see the man you are today, Jonah. You are kind, selfless, and full of love. I believe in the man you've become, and I will stand by you." Jonah looked at her, his eyes wide with disbelief. "Leila, Do you mean that? She smiled through her tears. Yes, we all have pasts, but it's what we choose to do with our future that matters. You've already proven who you are now, and I won't let the shadows of your past steal the light of what we've built together. The next day, Leila made a bold decision. She shared Jonah's story with the village, not to shame him, but to show the depth of his transformation. The villagers were shocked, but as Jonah spoke of his regrets and the steps he had taken to change, they began to see the truth. One by one, they came forward to forgive him, inspired by Leila's unwavering support. "You've taught us what it means to truly change," the village elder said. "Your past may have been dark, Jonah, but your future is bright. And it's because of your wife's love and faith in you." From that day on, Jonah's past became a story of redemption, and their love grew even stronger. Though they never had children of their own, Jonah and Leila became the heart of the village, raising every child as if they were their own and teaching them the value of love, forgiveness, and second chances. If you were in Leila's position, would you have embraced Jonah's past and stood by his side, or would the weight of his secrets have been too much to bear? What would you have done? Let me know in the comments section as you like this video to make it boom. Thanks for watching and subscribe.